And I have the twin of the girl we did last week. We did a bob on her sister. Wait, who's older by 9 minutes? Is it you? No, Catalina's older, huh?
Yeah.
By 9 minutes. So this is Catalina's twin, and she has really thick long hair. So they're not identical. One has thinner hair and the other one has really thick hair. So with her, we're gonna leave it long, even though that's really hard for the twins to be different, right? You wanted me to cut it this short like Catalina's, huh? But then we decided that I needed a model to do some updos on, and Kaylee was gonna be so sweet to leave her hair long so that I could do some updos on her. So thank you, Kaylee. And now we're going to do a layered haircut on this cute girl. So this, I just need a really quick trim up the back here. We're not gonna cut off too much length. I'm gonna just, oh, don't look that far down, just right there. There we go. I'm gonna just take like an inch off so that we can clean up the ends. And I'm point cutting. And I'm only really worrying about the very back because the rest of it's going to be so layered with the way that we cut it that it should chop all that off anyway. So I trimmed up the back now. We're good. We're ready to go. And now we're going to start pulling sections from the front forward. So we're going to take this bang section. Okay, put your chin up. And we're going to pull all of this. Chin up. Hold still right there, okay? We're going to pull this straight out like this. And we're going to deep point cut into this. Okay. Okay, so that's the first layer that we're going to do. Trying to keep it kind of soft. Chin up. All right, so that's going to be our guide for the rest of it. So now I'm going to part this right down the middle. And even if she doesn't part her hair in the middle on this part, I'm going to just still part it down the middle to keep things even. Does that look like the middle? Mm-hmm. Yeah. We got a little snarl here. Let's get that out. Okay, so now that we have that guide established, we are going to take a section that's diagonal like this, and we're going to lift the hair up, and we're going to cut the hair at an angle like that. And we're going to keep taking sections. I'm going to be careful not to grab anything from that other side in here, just to stay on the one side. Chin up. There we go. Yeah, right there, that's good. It's hard to hang on to this hair. Just keep retightening this section if you need to. And I'm going to make sure that this part's going all the way down the back too. And make sure you use a really good detangler, like BioSilk or a leave-in conditioner to do this, or cutting lotions are great for this. Make sure you use a good cutting lotion so that everything can be really smooth and stays moisturized while you're cutting. And you can see the back's not really matching up anymore. Like there's really not a ton to cut off. There's just a little bit. And so that's why I was glad that we trimmed a little bit of the back off so that we can make sure she doesn't have any split ends back there. Make sure your combing is clean. You don't want it to be sagging down. You want to make sure it's all tight and smooth, because if it starts to sag, that hair is going to be longer than it's supposed to be. Okay, it doesn't reach anymore. So this side is all done. Except for we're gonna add some of the layers into the back too, but that's gonna give her. Okay, and there's one more thing I need to do in this front piece. Because it's put some layers down and through the bottom, but I wanna get this perimeter a little bit cleaner. So I'm gonna take where we cut this guide from before, and I'm gonna take this and just blend it down a little bit more. And make sure her layers go smooth. This is a little bit too hard on this bang area, so I'm going to give her a little bit more of a blend. Yeah. And then I'm gonna just piece into this a little bit. There you go. There we go. So we just needed to soften that up a little bit. Now you can see how it blends all the way down without any hard lines now. So we're going to do the same thing on the other side now. Oh, turn your head straight. There you go now. Perfect, right there. There we go. All right, so now I'm just gonna layer this a little bit more like we did on the other side. Blend it in a little bit more. And then texture this chunky part up here. Okay, pretty girl. Now let's give you some more layers. What do you say? Do you want more?
Yeah.
All right, so now that we have all that, We are going to give some cute layers in the back here to give it some more shape. So now we're going to take this top section, just a couple inches, like a rectangle shape up here. I'm going to pull it straight up. And you can see we have this shape like this. So that's meaning all of the layers are around the face now. So we want to bring some back into this section. So that's a good way to check and see if that's right. And then in this back section, I want to join it up with that top section, like the shorter part of it. So right in here, right about there, I'm going to just chop into it and meet it up with that guide right in there. Take off that point, and then I'm going to follow it back this way into the back of the head. Pull all of that up too. I'm going to take a section in the back, a couple inches wide, and pull that straight out. And we're going to knock off where you can see this ending. That's where we cut before. And then you see that. So we're just going to knock out this to give her a little bit more layers in the back. And then we're going to take half of the section we just cut and a little bit more of the uncut section and pull it straight out and meet those two sections up again. Do you want it short? Is that why you're sad? You're tired? Yeah. Okay. I bet you are tired. You guys had fun yesterday, huh? All right, now the last thing I want to do is I want to make it a little bit more layered right in this section right in here to connect the back section to the front section. So I'm going to pull that down low and just bring it forward and just point cut into it to meet up to those layers we had before. So I'm kind of just taking like this half of her hair and directing it low, sweeping it across her shoulder, and then just point cutting it into it. And that will blend that shape back here so that when it pulls back, it has more of a soft line instead of a square line. It's more rounded now. We're going to do the same thing on this side, because when we elevated it up here, it gave it all the layers. This is more of the perimeter shape when we keep it down low. So we're sweeping this all the way over her shoulder, and I'm just going to connect those two. All right, should we style it up? Okay, I'm just going through it now that it's dry, and I noticed there's a little bit right here that wasn't layered quite as much as the other one. And so I'm just putting some more texture into it and shortening up these layers a teeny bit more so that they match the other side. Look straight in the mirror. Because I'm happy. You like that song? The happy song of Despicable Me? You know what I'm talking about? Do you like that song? Do you like your hair? Look how pretty the front is with all the wispies. So these are some thinning shears, and I'm just going through the front if I see anything that's a little bit too blunt, and just knocking off the ends a little bit. So I want it to kind of be soft and feathery around her face, This is fun. Do you think it's pretty? Yeah. Okay, you guys, we are done, and I'm gonna take this cape off so you can see her hair. All right, so here's the finished product. If you pull it all forward, she has all of these pretty layers around her face. You like that? And if we pull it back, she has this really soft V shape. And then she has all these really soft layers that go into a little bit of a V shape in here. So it's all blended and it's all fun. She has lots of fun layers now. We could do pretty curly updos. Maybe we should do one of those next week, huh? Okay. So thanks for watching, you guys. Thanks for being so good, Kaylee. And thumbs up for twins, because she's a twin, right? Good, do thumbs ups. Tell them, say, give me a thumbs up. Because I'm a twin. And she's the little sister of the twins, right? All right, say bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Do you want to stand up and do a shake for them? You like it? Does it feel pretty? Okay, and look, if you put it in a ponytail, it looks like you have short hair. Isn't that fun? Do you like it? But it's like if you go like this, so you still have long hair. Yeah, is that cool? Okay, so thanks guys, we'll see you next time. Bye.